I've been building for about 20 years. Amazing creations maybe only recently, because you kind of get better as you go along, and also Lego do new pieces all the time, so some of the bits that I've used won't have been available previously, so actually it enables you to do things that you just weren't able to do before. So this might even itself be enhanced in the future. It's been a really long-term build. So I built a version back in 2010 and then 2015, but again, they were quite primitive compared to what again I can do with it now. So when I decided to rebuild it, the process was really making sure the selling point was the mechanism. Really, the mechanism had to work. That I didn't want it to be a static. So if the boat wasn't going to go down the ramp, it wasn't going to work. So that required working out exactly the right angles. A lot of it is done by eye. So I'm terrible at maths, I'm terrible at drawing. So for me, it's about just looking at an object and thinking, right, actually, size-wise, does it fit? It's slightly out of scale for a Lego person, but in the end, that doesn't really matter because it does its job in terms of it works. And again, the primary purpose is to have it going down the ramp. It took about 4 weeks in total, and we started with the base, then the ramp was put on, and then once the ideal height for the ramp was determined, that's when then the building actually was the last part. And there is lighting in it as well, which you won't see in this bright daylight. But the roof can also come off, so you can repair the mechanism if someone kind of hits it too hard, which we have had before. Whenever I build anything out of Lego, I like it to have a personal attachment. So having been here, I'm a big sort of fan of kind of 1920s kind of style architecture anyway, which this kind of fits the bill. And I like the element of being able to interact, so people who attend Lego shows can actually interact with it itself, and it just draws a nice crowd. So yeah, it was a personal build to me.